YouTube, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alex, and I'll be uploading from time to time some Photoshop vids, some origami vids, some very crafty things actually. So today in my first vid I'll be covering how to cut out images in Photoshop. I know it's a very basic tutorial, but a hell of a lot of people seem to have trouble with it and seem to not know how to when to use the most effective method to do it. So let's try it out. For this tutorial I'll use this Android picture. I love this guy. So yeah, let's get started. The first thing you'll need to do is unlock the layer. So this is your layer. It's also your background layer since it's the only one here. So the first thing you'll do is double click it to unlock it. So this is a lock icon here, you can see it. So just double click it, then click OK. The name doesn't really matter. How to change it, you just need to double click the name and just, type some Android, for example. So we want to cut it out. We need to cut it out. There's a hell of a lot of different ways to do that in Photoshop. So the most easy way is actually the quick selection tool. Just click on it, make sure you have the layer selected, and just click and drag it. You'll see how it selects everything that you click. So click here, click and drag, yeah, click and drag. Okay, so when you zoom in, the quick selection tool will actually become more and more precise, as you can see. So I know this is not the most precise method. You can, however, be more precise if you just scale it down like this, size maybe 2 pixels. Then you can almost select pixel per pixel like this. But oh, yeah, that's not what we want here. So you should have something like this if you're done with it. Yeah, when you look at this, the eyes. When you look at the eyes, you can see that they are not selected actually. So everything around the eyes is selected. However, the eyes themselves are not selected. How to solve it? It's pretty simple actually. Just click it or click and drag it, and there you go. Okay, so now we have a completely selected Android figure. Then so just take your move tool, which you can find up here, or just click V to have it. That's the shortcut for it. By the way, Photoshop is full of shortcuts. In my tutorials I'll be mentioning a hell of a lot of shortcuts in it, so be sure to remember them. It's making Photoshop a lot easier to work with. So take your move tool, then you'll see the scissors appearing next to my pointer here. Then you just make sure you have the layer selected, then click and drag it, and there you go. Now you have a cutout Android figure. How to make it a different layer, or a cutout, a new layer? You just need to. So you just need to wait a minute. Yeah, select layer, then new, and then layer via cut. Okay, so as you can see, we made a new layer from the Android layer. So when you deselect the Android layer, you'll only have your Android figure left completely cut out. But as you can see, it's not been completely thorough. There are some mistakes. The edges are a bit rough. Yeah, so it's not the most ideal result that we can have. So how to make it more precise? I'll show you in I'll show you a different method. So just retrace our steps. Okay, now we're back from the start. The next method to cut out this figure is actually using the so you have to click and hold it to see it. Is actually using the magic wand tool, which is kind of tricky at times. Yeah, so that should select a color. So as you can see, its selection is based on colors. I think you can alter it here, however, add selections. No. So yeah, it's a tool that I almost never use, but you can use it if your goal is to cut out spaces that are like a circle with only one color in it, like a red dot, for example. Then you just have to click it, and it will select everything that's almost the same color in that area. So we're not going to use that one in this tutorial. So retrace it. Oh, by the way, to deselect some, so when you click it, you select something. To deselect it, just have to click Control D, I think it was. Yeah, Control D. Or on a Mac, I think it's Command D. Yeah. Okay. So that was the second method, in my opinion, the most inefficient method. But professional Photoshoppers will probably tell me wrong. I'm only a hobbyist after all. So the other method is using the pen tool. Let me see if we covered everything. Well, you'll also see the lasso tool, the polygonal lasso tool, the magnetic lasso tool, but those are not really the ones that we'll cover in this tutorial. We're aiming for the pen tool, which you can find here. No, yeah, path selection tool. No, here we go, the pen tool. So with your layer selected, you just have to zoom in by using your scroll on your mouse, or hitting the bracket keys. So you click it again, and again, and again, and again. So you're making a path. You can see it. I hope that you can see it. This from dot to dot, you're making a straight line, or almost straight line. So what you do is just keep clicking around the entire image. So like this. I'm going to do this quickly just to show you guys how it works. Yeah. Just make it halfway. Okay, so I'll redo that so you guys can see it. So when you're finished retracing with tracing the entire image, you have to re-click the first dot that you've made. So when your pointer makes a circle to the right side of it, so you click it, then you see one thin straight line. To make it a selection, you have to stand on the line with your pointer with the pen tool selected, right click it, and make selection. When you make selection, it shows this little box here. A feather radius of 0.1 pixels should be okay. Just leave it that way and click OK. And there we go. So you have the selection. Then you just take your move tool by clicking V, or clicking it right here, and then you'll have your selection. So this was the third method for cutting out images. I'll do another vid covering the lasso tools in the near future, but for now this was it. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next tutorial. Take care.